What's going on, guys? Welcome to VEVE Investments. First and foremost, I want to sincerely apologize for not getting a video out since last Tuesday. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter already, I got very sick this past week. It kind of hit me, whack-a-mole out of nowhere. I had no idea where it came from. I'm not one to really get sick often anyways, but yeah, I don't want to give, an excuse here, guys, but that's the reason why I haven't posted. I tried filming, I tried editing, it just got to the point where me looking at screens made me nauseous and more sick, and yeah, I just had to kind of take a breather for a sec. So aside from that, I thought we would keep today's, topic a little bit more on the fun side, and I wanted to take it back to a little bit more older style VV video from some of the YouTubers back in the day, and that is, sharing my VV collection. Now, the reason I wanted to make this video is because I'm noticing in the community lately that there's anticipation building, right? You got the upcoming decon with the VVverse unveil. My portfolio is up, 35-40% in the last week. The prices have been going up, and on top of that, I feel like right now there's a lot of people in the community who, and this has been discussed before, and shout out to Cabell because he made a video on this. He beat me to the punch, but I think people have a skewed perception that all collectibles on the app are going to return to all-time highs. And that definitely is not going to be the case. So by sharing with you guys my collection, I wanted to show you some of the moves that I've made and why I personally believe that with the pieces that I'm holding, I'm relatively safe with regards to prices returning to all-time highs. And the reason I say that is because a majority of the pieces you're going to see in my collection are going to be major first appearances, first editions, or they're going to be vehicles that I've taken a little bit of a gamble on, assuming that we're going to be able to rent them out as a form of utility in the VVverse. So if you guys enjoy the content, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below what you guys want to see in future episodes. Again, guys, I apologize for getting this out late, but without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy. All right, so by all means, guys, I'm not gonna have the biggest collection here. I equally invest in both the ecomi token and VV side of things, but I do also have personal commitments and obligations that have prevented me from getting a little bit more money into the app that I've wanted. But anyways, that's my problem, not yours. I try to focus on collecting pieces that I truly love. So what you're gonna see is there are going to be multiple sets where I'm only missing like one. So we'll start off with my collectibles here, and then we'll move over to comics. So yesterday, we got the Rewind Collective airdrops. I absolutely love these pieces. They killed it. The Remember Us Vital Voices #1 on the right there. I mean, 9 transitions. The art is just beautiful. So the one thing I do wish actually that they included with these pieces, I wish they provided a description of the females in the pieces, because I'm not trying to cause, any bud or anything like that, society is nowadays, but I don't recognize some of the girls on the pieces. I don't know if that's just me, but yeah, that's just one wish I had for those. But I got good mint numbers on these. 168, 550, 807, and 187 on Vital Voices #1. I got first appearance of Moon Knight. I got the 2 Ultraman. See, this is a good example right here. Like, I didn't complete the set, I just got these 2. I'll probably grab the other 2 at some point. The Red Wagon in poster collection. As we go through the collection, you guys are going to notice I'm a big fan of art. This poster set in particular is, and it's funny because I don't even have the full set. I only have one of them right now, but this poster set to me blows my mind, just considering the fact that even the physical posters aren't available for sale. From my understanding, the only place you can see these posters in real life is in a specific hallway in one of the Disney parks. So the fact that Disney allowed VEVE to mint these as NFTs and offer them exclusively on the platform at such a low mint size as well is super valuable in my eyes. And then an added bonus is you flip them around, it gives you the exact year that the poster was released, representing the year that that park was created. We got a Jaunty Jig. Funny enough, I actually just completed this set, and the common was the one that I was missing. I got the Orbitron, another poster set that I'm a huge fan of. Love the art. I think they absolutely killed the animations on these. Got the Snow White from the Illumination series. We're gonna have animated Mickey Mouse Fantasia. Love that one as well. We're gonna have the Anna Bolin Rewind Collective card, the Young Warhol or Andy Warhol airdrop. Beautiful piece as well. Got the Disney D logo. hugely undervalued piece on the platform, in my opinion. I was actually able to pick up the Aladdin lamp on drop, so I got that as an airdrop, so I get to match the mints. All right, I'm alive. I got the Cinderella with the Boba Fett set. This was a set that I wanted to complete. I'm a big fan of Star Wars, and I happened to pick up both the uncommon and ultra rare on the drop. So I just had to pick up the common to complete it. So it's like, why not? But the X-Men Deadpool, we got the Blossom Powerpuff Girl. That's actually going to be a season 1 piece. We're going to have first appearance Loki as a Marvel Mighty. One of my favorite pieces on the entire app, which is going to be Superman. I think this piece is probably one of the best looking pieces on the app as well. Now, when I said vehicles that I was taking a little bit of a gamble on, hoping that we'll be able to rent them out as a form of utility down the line, hovering around the VEVE-verse, we got the hoverboards. And I actually didn't even know this until recently, but if you hop into, a spatial showroom or something like that, you can actually hover around on Marty's hoverboard. So definitely a potential I see for these down the line. We got Deadpool's Marvel Mighty. I got Queen of Hearts from the Emoji Styles Set 1 or Series 1 of Disney's Villains. Comment down below, guys, if you guys went for the Series 2 the other day. I didn't, but let me know how you guys did. Next, we got Fat Tony. Now, Fat Tony, I love the serial killers. I absolutely love them. Now, I will preface this by saying that out of my entire collection, the serial killers, and I guess I would probably say Throg down here, are the only pieces that I see where I could potentially lose money. And the only reason I say that is because as more and more IP come on the app and there's more and more variety and categories for people to choose from and things like that, pieces like this are going to become less notable. But I simply invested in these pieces just because I like them, where there's multiple other pieces like Pilly Fantasy that I'm stacking with the intent of flipping for a profit. Next, we got Woody from Toy Story. Obvious first appearance right there. I'm not even going to try and pronounce this, but I've said it time and time again. I got my eye on the Pilly Fantasy brand. And in my opinion, like Superman, they are some of the nicest collectibles, nicest looking collectibles on the platform, in my opinion. We got first appearance of Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. We got another one of the emoji style Disney villains, Ursula. We got Elsa, another serial killer, another Marvel Mighty, The Thing, major first appearance. We got Throg, so I made that comment before about how I could potentially lose money. You want to know why, guys? This might give you a little chuckle. I understand some people have way bigger losses than this, but I paid $120 for this. I learned a big lesson on Throg. I was out and about, I missed the drop, I went for the drop, and then this was the first time I had experienced it in the secondary market where you could sit there for 30 minutes trying to buy one and you couldn't get it. So it went from it was, I want to say 50 gems, 50, 60, somewhere around there, to all the way up to what I had paid for. In fact, it went a little bit higher and then it dropped all the way down to what it is at now, which is $10. So this is a first appearance, okay? Edition size is limited. There is only 3 in the set, so I could be wrong here. There may be spin-offs with Throg in the future with Marvel. Yeah, a little funny story there. But I do remember David actually talking in an AMA about accessories for collectibles, and he actually used Throg as an example, like changing the color of his clothes and cape. Next, we got the Minnie Mouse lenticular card. Don't underestimate these, guys. You got the autograph of, well, in this case, Minnie Mouse on the back. You're gonna have an audio clip or a musical clip, and it changes based off the angle that you're looking at. There's a lot of cool features with these pieces. And yeah, Moon Knight again, first appearance. We're gonna have the Queen Elizabeth Rewind Collective card. Absolutely love these pieces. We're gonna have first appearance Ghost Spider, Frankenfat, another serial killer. First appearance of Winnie the Pooh. We're gonna have Mickey Mouse lenticular card that I was just talking about. The first ever stamp dropped on VEVE. Makari, is that how you say it? But from the Eternals, first appearance of her. First appearance of Ultraman. This was the, oh no, not this one, but it was the Ultra Rare. Was the first ever collectible that I bought on VEVE, fun fact. And the second one was the Uncommon. First appearance Batgirl. We're gonna have another Pilly Fantasy. This is gonna be the Uncommon. Another hoverboard. Dragon Girl from Tokidoki. This is me preparing for Eastern adoption. I also really like this piece. I need to get more of these actually. Mickey and the Band, I got the full set for that. Contemplating Venice from Patrick Hughes. Love these pieces. I need to pick up his second one, the crates, but absolutely love this one. I'm still sitting in my showroom from time to time, just walking back and forth looking at this, but I'm also super stoked for AR usability with this, with AR glasses. I can totally picture me anchoring this on the wall in my house and, you know, walking by with some AR glasses and getting distracted by it every time. So, but we got the Happy Whistle from the Steamboat Willie collection, another serial killer, another lenticular card, first appearance of Batman, number 89. So this is the only other one, to my knowledge, aside from Todd. So for that reason, something to keep your eye on. First appearance is first appearance. Got the ultra rare DeLorean. Drop a comment down below if you guys were able to score the flying one. Another serial killer, Sokatana lightsabers. I got the snow globe. I actually got that gifted for Christmas, which was cool. Sam Wilson, first appearance, Marvel Mighty, also first African American on VEVE. Now I know I'm sick, but I'm pretty sure we already saw this collectible. But anyways, X-Men, Deadpool, Marvel Mighty. Got Year of the Rat from the Lunar New Year's stamp collection. First appearance of Darth Vader. Another stamp from the Lunar New Year stamp collection. Untwisted. I got Deadpool, Yoda's lightsaber, Mike Wazowski, a couple of those. Lightning McQueen. I got Mace Windu's lightsaber. Growing up, I was actually a huge Star Wars fan. I still am. And Mace Windu had always been my favorite Jedi. I think that's really just because he had a purple lightsaber. But we got Pride 1. Everybody knows one of my favorite pieces. Another lenticular card, another lightsaber, Kylo Ren. I managed to score a sub 500 mint on drop with that guy, so happy to make my money back there. Another Eternals Marvel Mighty, first appearance of Thor, making the band. Another Rewind Collective card, Mulan. We're gonna have Timon and Pumbaa, first appearance of Spider-Man. Everybody knows this one. Kingo from Marvel Eternals. We're gonna have the Uncommon Ultraman, first appearance still. Okay, so I'm not going crazy. This guy is just showing up again and again and again. All right, hang on a sec. Web app glitched on me, so it is reloading them in a different order now. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything here. So, you know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to just toss up a quick video recording of me scrolling through my collection on my mobile. I don't know what the web app is doing, but let me just do that. Now let's head over to the comic side, which you don't have nearly as much of. However, I invest in the comics because I like, I'm an artistic guy, and that's what I really appreciate about Marvel Comics is the art behind them. But I also understand that there's some very significant pieces on the app right now, like Marvel Comics #1, Amazing Spider-Man #3, Fantastic Four #5, I think that is, yep, and so on and so forth. So I got Obi-Wan #1, Spider-Man #1, another Amazing Spider-Man, Marvel Comics #1, Fantastic Four #5, Journey into Mystery, first appearance of Loki, Tales of Suspense #52, Amazing Spider-Man #3, first appearance of Dr. Ock, Ultimate Spider-Man #1, Ultimate Fallout #4, first appearance of Miles Morales. I collected all 5 of these. They just look cool, so the Fallen Sun series. Fantastic Four #1, first appearance of the Fantastic Four. Sergeant Fury, Web of Spider-Man #1, Thanos, first appearance of Black Widow, Black Panther #1, Hero for Hire #1, first appearance of Luke Cage. We're gonna have Amazing Spider-Man #1, Fantastic Four #12, Power of X #1. Cool story about this guy. I actually I walked into a comic book store for the first time in my life because of VEVE, and I was just walking through the store trying to look for comics that were on VeVe so I could match them, and I happened to find the uncommon cover of this comic. I'll take a picture and I'll actually toss it up on screen, but I thought that was really cool. Beautiful artwork with this comic. All new Marvel now, Star Wars #1, Amazing Spider-Man, first appearance of the Green Goblin, I think this is. Yeah, first appearance of Green Goblin, number 14. We have What If #1, which was, I think, first appearance of Spider-Man with Fantastic Four. Captain Marvel number 14, Avengers number 8. I actually got this one on the drop. I was super stoked. New Mutants number 98, first appearance of Deadpool. All new Captain America. Like I said, I completed this whole set. The Tarzan comic. Scooped up one of those on the drop. Spider-Man #1. Eternals #1. I do think that this could potentially be a bigger comic down the line, depending on where this series goes. I know they're going to be releasing Eternals 2. But my thought process behind that is, you know, kids growing up nowadays are growing up with the Eternals, whereas, you know, someone like me grew up with the Avengers. I'm talking super, super long term here, but something to consider if you're, you know, looking to pass down collectibles. We got Strange Tales number 110, which is first appearance of Doctor Strange, I want to say. Incredible Hulk, Daredevil #1, another major first appearance, that being Daredevil. Marvel's #1. I don't know why it's showing two different ones here. That's weird. We got House of X #1, another one with fantastic art, the 5th one for this set, and then Tales of Suspense number 57, which is first appearance of Hawkeye, I think. Yes. So there you guys have it. That is my collection, as of right now at least, but there are a couple things that I want to discuss in relation to the points that I brought up at the beginning of the video, and that are things to consider with VeVe's future market, which is why I wanted to show you the pieces that I chose to invest in. The first point, and the most obvious one, is certain NFTs will not surpass their all-time highs, okay? So we're talking, you know, certain brands that might not have a lot of notoriety yet, smaller artists, right? People with smaller followings who haven't necessarily made a name for themselves yet. And then you're going to have other NFTs that will surpass their all-time highs. And we're talking first appearance grails, blue chips, your Todds, your Supermans, your Walton Mickeys, your season 1 collectibles, those types of things. Now, not everything is going to sell out in the secondary market. We already see this happening. But the reason I'm including this as a point is because there's this negative stigma associated with VeVe when they do not sell out a drop. And it doesn't automatically mean that they're failing. But people need to understand that we do not want everything sold out in the secondary market. It's a collector's app, I get it. But if an individual comes onto this app that wants to participate in VeVe, sees that everything is sold out, then goes into the secondary market and sees that everything is way out of his price range, then that's extremely discouraging for a new user. And VeVe has already talked about this in their past. They've already talked about, you know, their thought process behind how they might want to introduce, you know, a category of collectibles on the app with very high edition numbers. That way there are always things available on the app for people to purchase and get involved with. And some of you guys might be wondering, you know, why are you including this as a point in a video where you're showing your collection of collectibles? Because that's why I wanted to show my collection. I wanted to highlight what I've focused on, what I have my eye on, and what I've invested in, and why I'm confident behind those decisions in terms of, you know, being able to make profits, etc., etc. Is because I understand that there's going to be a point in time where there are more categories and more IP being dropped on the app. There's just more variety, more option, more choices for people, right? And when that happens, it will devalue other pieces that are currently on the app. Fourth point, potential applications for VeVe NFTs that could add value. So, you know, talking about the hoverboards that I invested in and the vehicles and the Marvel Mighties, all of these things I see have potential for rentability in the future. And again, talking about the VeVeverse unveil coming up next month, or I guess this month now, it's the 1st, geez. Where something in that VeVeverse unveil, you know, might show us some possibilities with some of the pieces on VeVe, therefore piquing interest and demand. And then last point, something that I highlighted briefly before, future categories will provide additional options for users. In 5 years from now, VeVe is not going to be an app where you hop on and you see collectibles, comics, and, you know, one-of-one art pieces. You're going to see collectibles, comics, one-of-one art pieces, and many, many more categories, hopefully, right? Every time VEVE adds a category, it's another opportunity for that user to get distracted. I'll give you a perfect example. VEVE started with collectibles. Then they announced comics. And there were many people who were invested in VEVE, having purchased collectibles on the platform, who now strictly purchase comics because of their passion for the category, but also because comics are, on the cheaper end. So maybe it just fits their situation a little bit better. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that individual now who's investing primarily in comics, their demand isn't going into the collectibles, it's going into the comics. And the same thing can happen as they introduce future categories. Music would be a good example of that, right? So these are all things that I would consider when investing in the pieces that I invest in. And these points right here are the reason why I feel personally that I'm quite safe with the investments that I've made on the VEVE app. And again, the only pieces that I really see myself, potentially losing money in is the serial killers and the Throg piece. But as of right now, the most expensive piece I've ever purchased on the app is Givenchy Pride #1 at 405 gems. And lastly, guys, what do you plan on doing with your VEVE collection, right? That is the biggest question. That's the most important question. Are you investing with the intent to flip for profit? Are you investing with the intention of passing it down to family members? Are you investing simply just to feed a passion, right? Why are you buying VEVE collectibles or OMI tokens? And in order to prepare for something like the upcoming Decon unveil, you need to understand this question. I was hoping to make this video a little longer to make up for the fact that I wasn't able to get that second video out last week. Again, guys, I apologize for that. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below what you guys want to see in future episodes. And as for next episode, make sure to tune in on Thursday.